Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Again, as always, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. As we're joining you here with tonight's 2023 IHSAA Class 2A Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Tournament preview show here this evening. Again, we thank you all for tuning in, and what will be hopefully a great girls basketball tournament coming up this week. A very busy schedule for us ahead, and it's all going to start off tomorrow night on Tuesday, January the 31st of this 2023, as your Wapahani Lady Raiders will be taking on the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. That'll be a 7 p.m. start time, so we're really looking forward to that. Again, we're going to break down the bracket here in just a few moments. But really, first and foremost, what a great year for the girls basketball program. 19-4 regular season, a lot to be proud of, and really quite a bit of success. You know, we end up technically, I guess, finishing second in conference, only to Eastern Hancock, in which that was a game that we very easily could have won that as well. Won the county tournament just a few weeks ago. So, you know, we've had some really nice wins under our belt. We won the Wapahani girls basketball holiday tournament there as well, and so you know, there was a lot of we was second place in that one. I stand corrected there because we got beat by Franklin County, but you know, we played a really nice heavy dose of teams right here, some teams that sometimes we normally haven't played throughout the season, and you know, kind of give the team a different look to see you know, how we match up with different teams in bigger schools, and really we had a lot of success, and a lot, you know, like I said, we have a lot to be proud of here if you're Wapahani. And you know, we've seen Cameron Wise you know, do her thing. What she reached 1,000 career points earlier on in the season. You know, Reese Baker really did some nice things there as well, and you know, we have you know, so much excitement built around this team because it's such a veteran style kind of team, as far as, you know, you have nothing but a good majority of seniors. You know, you have some juniors on here, then you know, a few freshmen and sophomore, but you know, it's a pretty veteran-led team does Wapahani have, and so I think that's a good bulk of the reason why we had the success that we did this year. And you know, you have head coach Scott Hudson and his coaching staff there with Ben Lassiter and Adam Faulkner. Really get these girls to, you know, put themselves in a position to be successful, and we've seen that once again here this year, coming back off a great year last year. We had a 20-win season last year, and then coming right back and then getting you know, another 19-win regular season. You know, that's something to be proud of, and something to build off of every year. And we've got a big game coming up tomorrow night, which we're going to go ahead and get right into things here this evening. So we'll go ahead and take a look here at this year's IHSAA 2A Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Tournament bracket. So Wapahani will take on Lapel tomorrow night, January the 31st. That'll be a 7 p.m. start time. Again, right here from Wapahani High School. All Sectional 40 action will be held at Wapahani High School. Then the following night, on Wednesday night, February the 1st, Muncie Burris will take on the Westdale Warriors. That will be a 6 p.m. start time. That will be the first game of Wednesday evening, followed by Monroe Central taking on Winchester at 7:30 p.m. And then the winner of the Wapahani and Lapel game tomorrow night will then take on Alexandria in a semifinal round of the girls basketball tournament. Again, that will be a 6 p.m. start time there on Friday, February the 3rd. Then followed by the winner of Muncie Burris and Westdale taking on the winner of Monroe Central and Winchester at 7:30 p.m. there again on Friday night, right here from Wapahani High School. Then with the Sectional 40 championship game being played on Saturday evening at 7:30. Again, the winner of Alexandria and then the Wapahani Lapel game. And then we'll take on the winner of the Muncie Burris Westdale and Monroe Central Winchester game. So it should be a great battle. We're really looking forward to it, and hopefully Wapahani will have a ton of success this week. You know, it's that time of the year where you know, it's a win or go home situation. You know, so all of this success that you've had throughout the course of the year, all of this practice that you put in, all this hard work and fight from every practice, every game. kind of goes right into this week and what you've learned not only about yourself but as a team. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch to see how Wapahani has prepared themselves for this game. Now, with that being said, Wapahani just played Lapel last week, in which the Raiders unfortunately lost that one in overtime in a really hard-fought battle there on last Tuesday night. So, we've seen a couple teams, which we're going to get into those teams here later on in the preview show, but we've played, I believe, 4 of the sectional 40 teams that are in this, and I think there's 7 teams overall. So we haven't played 2 of them, and that was Muncie Burris, and I believe I don't think we played Alexandria.
Yep.
So it was Muncie Burris and Alexandria was the only 2 teams that Wapahani did not play this year. So nonetheless, we're going to get right into things here with our team and player stats and information. Again, we're just going to break down each one of these teams, give you the latest stats and information, which we get from John Harrell as well as MaxPreps.com. So appreciate both of those sites that we get our information from. But the Raiders here on the season, like I said, finished the regular season here at 19-4. They average 55.8 points per game. They allow 36.9. From a field goal percentage, they are 423 of 1,116. That is good for 38%. They also shoot 33% from downtown, 172 of 515. And then from the free throw line, the Raiders are 254 of 381, good for 67%. Also, some other key stats to really look at here. Rebounds per game. The Raiders average 26.1 rebounds a game. They also have 11.2 steals, 10 assists per game, and 10 turnovers a game on average as well. Some key players to really look at here for Wapahani. Again, I'm not going to go through all their stats because I don't want to release that information. I'm going to make this as tough as it can be on all of our opponents. But, Reese Baker, Kendall Thrasher, Cameron Wise, Lauren Luce, Maddie Jefferson, the usual starting 5 that have played such a key role. But, you have some of these other players, like Emily Thompson, Zoe Swallow, Destiny Felder, girls that, played some valuable minutes as well. You've seen Bailey Carpenter some, among, maybe a few others here or there that was kind of sprinkled in throughout the season. It takes a whole team to get the job done. That's a team effort to win 19 games. It's just not one player doing all the work. It's got to take everybody. And so that's why we've been able to see the success not only from the early start of the season, but be able to sustain that success all the way throughout. And, it's a lot of unselfish play by these girls. They look to get better every day, not only individually, but more importantly as a team. And that's what has put them into position to be successful and to potentially have a deep tournament run. But again, it all starts tomorrow night. You've got to hit the ground running and get after it and understand the fact of, what happened last week against Lapel, that is what it is. But tonight's a brand new night, and we've got to still find a way to get the win. Yeah. You look here at Lapel, 16-7 regular season here, averaging 55.1 points a game on offense. They allow 42.3 points a game defensively. They shoot 46% from the field, 440 of 956. From beyond the arc, they're 126 of 353, good for 36%. And then there from the charity stripe, they're 208 of 322, good for 65%. Again, some other stats to look at here. They average 28 rebounds a game. They also average 13.4 steals per game. 6.9 assists as well as 11.6 turnovers a game. Key players to look at here for Lapel. There's 4 good ones right here that I really picked out that are leading the team in multiple different statistical categories. One of those is Lanaya Wills, averaging a double-double, 15.8 points a game, 12.6 rebounds. She shoots 60% from the field. She doesn't take any kind of threes. She's not a three-point shooter. Lives in the post area. She shoots 64% from the free throw line. So Lanaya Wills is a big threat to any team, and more specifically there to Wapahani coming up tomorrow night. Next here we have Maddie Pointer, a young lady that averages 12.3 points a game, 3.8 rebounds. She shoots 45% from the field, 17 of 57, 30% from downtown. and then shoots 71% from the free throw line. So again, that is Maddie Pointer. Next here we have Denia Haseman. 9.4 points a game, 2.5 rebounds a game. She's 63 of 127, 50% there from the field. Also, this is a heck of a stat right here to really look at here. From beyond the arc, she is 48 of 97, good for 49% from beyond the arc. That is quite the number, to be quite honest with you. I mean, to see anybody shoot that kind of percentage from beyond the three-point line, I mean, you can't find that anywhere in girls basketball or boys basketball. I mean, that is just astonishing to see that number. So Haseman has got it going on from beyond the arc. She also shoots 73% there from the free throw line as well. And then lastly here we have Jaylee Hubble. Averages 6.6 points per game, 2 rebounds a game. She shoots 37% there from the field, 52 of 141. Second on the team in three-pointers, 35 of 112, good for 31%. And then she shoots 58% there from the free throw line. So, again, your big threats from beyond the three-point line, Haseman, obviously, there with a very big number, 48 there of 97, 49% there from beyond the arc. And then you have Wills underneath that can do the job there inside the arc. Again, shooting 60% from the field, averaging a double-double, 15.8 points a game, 12.6 rebounds. Two key players, and then they have nice cast there behind them right there. Some nice role players that really fill in and really do an excellent job there for the Lapel Bulldogs. So again, 16-7 record coming into tomorrow night. Should be a great battle there between Wapahani and Lapel. Now, the winner of that game will then take on the Alexandria Tigers, which I'm going to give you the breakdown here on the Tigers. Right now, a record of 17-5 on the year. 55.5 points per game on offense. They only allow 33 points a game, so they're very, very stingy on the defensive end. Right there along with Wapahani. They're even better than Wapahani defensively. The Raiders average 36.9 points allowed per game. Field goal percentage, 392 of 1,082. That is good for 36%. The Tigers also 123 of 516, 24% from beyond the arc. Not as successful from beyond the arc, but again, you have some key players here really that do a lot of damage that's been able to provide that 17 wins on the season. They're also shooting 69% there from the free throw line. They have 25 rebounds a game, 10.1 steals per game. They average 14.4 assists per game as well, and then they turn it over at a rate of 16.2 times a game. Now, again, some key players to watch for here for the Tigers. First and foremost here we have Jacqueline Hosier, a young lady that really racks it up point-wise, 24.4 points per game, right along with 4.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 4.4 steals per game. She shoots 41% from the field, 168 of 411, 56 of 190, 29% from beyond the arc. Again, she leads the team in that statistical category as far as three-pointers made. And she shoots 82% from the free throw line, again, leading the team in that statistical category. Next, we have Callie Crum, averaging 7.4 points a game, 5.1 rebounds. She's 76 of 119, 64% from the field. Again, she lives on the inside and shoots 67% from the free throw line. Next, we have Lily Harp. She averages 7 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, and 3.2 assists per game. Shoots 32% from the field, 43 of 136, also 13 of 51, 25% from beyond the three-point line, and 62% from the free throw line. And then finally we have Peyton Pooley, a young lady that averages 4.3 points a game, 1.9 rebounds, 23 of 122, 19% from the field, 15 of 84, 15% from beyond the arc, and then 60% there from the free throw line. So, again, Jacqueline Hosier, Callie Crum, and Lily Harp, the three biggest names there on the Tigers. That's put them in a nice position this year that any team will really need to clamp down on defensively to make sure that they don't take over the ball game. So again, Wapahani, Lapel coming up tomorrow night. There'll be a 7 p.m. start time right out here from Wapahani High School. The winner then will take on Alexandria on Friday night at 6 p.m., again here from Raider Gymnasium. So, with that being said, I'm going to switch gears here. I'm going to throw it on over here to Redbeard. He's going to give you the breakdown on Muncie Burris, as well as Westdale, Monroe Central, and Winchester.
All right, thanks, Marvo. Yeah, we'll start with the Muncie Burris Owls. They finished the regular season with an 0-15 record on the year. Unfortunately, there are no team or player stats to report on. Next, we'll go with the Westdale Warriors. They come in with a 3-17 record on the year. Team stats, they score 22.6 points per game while giving up 47.9 points per game. Field goal percentage, they're 153 of 645, good for 24%. 3-point percentage, they're 44 of 204, good for 22%. From free throw line, they're 76 of 149, good for 51%. They get 25.4 rebounds per game, 5.6 steals per game, 9.2 assists per game, and turn the ball over 27 times per game. Now some key players to look for. First, we have Raven Luzader. She gets 9.1 points per game on 12.5 rebounds per game. She's a 33% field goal percent, 65 of 195, and 50% free throw shooter. Then we have Lauren Cox, 6.8 points per game, 2.2 rebounds per game. She's 44 of 154, good for 29% from the field. She's 34 of 123, which is 28% from the three-point line, and she's a 78% free throw shooter. Next, we have the Monroe Central Golden Bears. They have a record of 12-9 on the year. Team stats, they score 40.6 points per game. They give up 37.3 points per game. Field goal percentage, they're 317 of 883, good for 36%. From the three-point line, they're 71 of 277, good for 26%. And from the free throw line, they're 145 of 234, good for 62%. They get 29.2 rebounds per game, 7.9 steals per game, 7.7 assists per game, and they turn the ball over 18 times per game. Now some key players. First, we have Kimber Abshire, who's averaging a double-double, 13.5 points per game and 10.4 rebounds per game. She's 118 of 218, good for 54% from the field, and she's a 60% free throw shooter. Next, we have Sydney Patterson. She scores 10 points per game with 3.5 rebounds per game. She's 67 of 208 from the field, good for 32%. She's 37 of 105, 35% from three-point land, and she's an 83% free throw shooter. Next, we have Audrey Keeley. She's 5.1 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game. From the field, she's 34 of 131, good for 26%. From the three-point line, she's 17 of 75, good for 23%, and she's a 47% free throw shooter. Finally, we have the Winchester Golden Falcons. They come in with a 17-6 record on the year. Team stats, they score 56.1 points per game, and they give up 41.4 points per game. Unfortunately, there's no player stats to report on.
Yeah,
so.
And that's the bad part about it. Because really, for the most part, everybody puts their stats online. But some teams just like to leave it a secret. But thank you, Redbeard, for giving us a breakdown there. Again, it's a tough sectional. You have some teams, heck, we have, 4 teams right here that have 16 wins or more. That is definitely tough to maneuver through here if you're Wapahani, or for that matter, any team. I don't care who it is. Like I said, Wapahani 19 wins, Lapel 16, Alexandria 17, and then 17 there for Winchester. Those 4 teams obviously are going to be favored, but I'll tell you what, Monroe Central have a very nice defensive team, and they have a couple of really nice players there as well. They're in Abshire and Patterson. And when we played them last week or week before, we was coming off a tough stretch there, where we was playing, I think we had played 5 or 6 games in a week, or just a little over a week. You kind of tell that we was tired, worn down. We only won by 6 points. It was 39-33. But it was a good win for us, but it was one of those games you just had to grind out, and really dig deep right there and find a way to win. But a lot of credit there to Monroe Central, Westdale. Again, they haven't had the season they wanted. Muncie Burris same way either. But you can't ever overlook any team. And so both these teams and all these teams have really got to be on their A game and really get after it starting tomorrow night, because you just never know what can happen. But we're really looking forward to it. We hope you guys are as well. Now, did want to mention, first and foremost here, we have tomorrow night our games are going to be on a different location here as far as where you're going to find our games, which, we've done this last year and this year, but our games will be on IHSAATV.org/Wapahani Raiders, which you guys will see that coming up on the screen here in just a few minutes. But that's where you can catch all the action as far as Wapahani Lady Raider basketball. That's the only place that you can watch the girls play on Tuesday night, then hopefully Friday night and Saturday night, and then beyond that point. But we will not be broadcasting on YouTube. We have an affiliation agreement with IHSAA. During the state tournament, we can only broadcast on that site, as you see there on the bottom there of your screen, and it'll show up again here in just a moment. But again, this is where right here you can watch our game for free. There will be no cost to watch it, but that will be the location that you can find our game only. Okay, you will not be able to find our broadcast anywhere else, only on that website right there. So we will not be broadcasting on YouTube for the sectional tournament here for your Wapahani Lady Raider basketball team. So please, please, please make sure to share that information with everybody. We'll be posting that on our social media sites on Twitter and Facebook. Just to remind everybody, I know every time we always have at least probably 20 or 30 people that will still say, hey, what happened? Why aren't you broadcast on YouTube? Well, we post it on our social media, and we still let everybody know. So again, we're just giving you all that heads up that we will not be broadcasting on YouTube tomorrow night, or potentially Friday night, or potentially on Saturday night. But really looking forward to seeing what these Lady Raiders can do. Again, we've had the success against 4 of these teams. Again, when we played Winchester here at Wapahani back on December the 8th, Wapahani won that one 71-66. That was a really, really good game. Winchester's a very tough team, very well balanced, very well coached. They're a tough group to go up against, and they've had a lot of success throughout the last 6 or 7 year stretch right here as Winchester. Then Westdale here at Wapahani back on January the 3rd. Wapahani won that one 66-19. Then, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, Wapahani defeated Monroe Central here from Raider Gymnasium 39-33 on January the 18th. And then just last Tuesday night, LaPel defeated Wapahani here at Raider Gymnasium 48-39 in overtime. So that is how Wapahani, that's how they fared against sectional opponents throughout the regular season. We're expecting big things tomorrow night. We're expecting a big crowd. Please come on out and support the Lady Raiders. They need your support. We would love to see you out here. Again, you know where to find us, but we would love to have you guys out here supporting the team, rooting them on to victory, and rooting them on to hopefully a couple more victories then after that here this week. Because like I said, we're expecting a big crowd from LaPel, and we want to show up and show out here as well, and show everybody what Raider Country is all about out there. So we hope you all can come on out. If not, you know where to find us at. Again, they're on IHSAATV.org/Wapahani Raiders/. Again, we thank you guys for spending your evening here with us, again with our 2023 IHSAA Class 2A Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Tournament Preview Show. Again, just wanted to give you a little bit of information, give you some stats, again, the bracket. But again, it'll be Wapahani taking on LaPel tomorrow night, 7 p.m., right here from Wapahani High School and Raider Gymnasium. Come on out, support the Lady Raiders coming up tomorrow night. So again, we thank you all for tuning in. And again, until next time, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.